Hey, good morning. My name, or afternoon, or evening, or good night. My name is Peter Rosenberg. My guest right now is young Vic Mensa. Save money.
What's poppin'?
Save money, save. Ooh.
You know?
It's kind of tight.
For the streets, man.
Get closer to the mic.
For the streets, what's going on, y'all? It's Vic Mensa in the house.
Vic, how you been?
I've been great, man. Just working on new music and, you know, moving around off everything that I did last year.
Psh, you know what we should do?
What should we do?
We should go on ahead and have ourselves a real late concert, SOBs.
Crazy. On February 18th?
That's right. That's right. And when this plays, that's this Wednesday.
Really?
That's this Wednesday.
This Wednesday, man. It's going down at SOBs. Hot 97. Who's next? Wait, it's me, right?
It's you.
I'm next.
And actually, you're next.
I think I'm now, though.
And, yeah, you are now. And you know who else on that? Nitty Scott.
I heard that that's the lady who's performing.
Have you met Nitty Scott?
I haven't, but I saw people saying she's dope.
First of all, she's dope. Second of all, after knowing her for 3 years, she showed up at my birthday party wearing an outfit.
Wasted.
No, not wasted, but wearing
so
an outfit
wasted.
that just showed things that I didn't know
She
about.
was like, happy birthday.
And I was like, hi. It wasn't that kind of birthday party. She was performing on stage. It was just a T-shirt. Sometimes it just takes, if the chick is the right.
A T-shirt could do it, man.
A T-shirt could do it.
Cut up, you know what I mean?
Shh, what? So how you been, man? What's been going on with Vic Mensa these last? You've been blowing up the last every few months. When I see you, you're more blown up than the previous time.
That's a good thing to be. I'm just getting off tour. I was on tour with Disclosure, UK dance group. They're crazy dope. So the tour was awesome. We did 3 nights in New York City at Terminal 5, actually.
Rammed?
Yeah, all the way.
What was the audience? Did the audience mess with you?
It was great, man. I mean, honestly, going into the tour, I didn't necessarily know what to expect, you know, because just being like an artist such as myself that's just versatile and kind of exists in different worlds, it's not always that simple to understand what the dynamic of a show will be or of a full tour. But I mean, it was amazing though. Every night, you know, people were jumping. I had the crowd. It was a great crowd because people go to those type of shows. The difference between that and a rap show is that people go to these shows, one, because they love Disclosure, but also because they want to dance and have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it already makes it easier than
It's
a rap
lot
show.
less tension, you know. I mean, a show is a show. I like to be on stage performing. I think that any situation can be captivated in its own way if you do what you need to do, but it's definitely a lot less tension. It's like people come for a good time.
How do you handle those shows? Because you know you're going to have less and less of them as time goes on, and you become a even bigger star than you are now. But have you had those shows where you're opening and there's a bigger rap act on after you, and they start chanting that rap act's name while you're performing?
I don't
and
think I've had that recently, but might have happened when I was in Kids These Days, possibly. Because Kids These Days, I mean, but it's like coming from where I have come from, being in that band and spending a lot of time in Kids These Days, I'm pretty ready for any type of show situation, you know, because we performed.
Showed up at random stuff.
We opened up for all types of people at all types of random stuff where they were not trying to hear what we were doing. So it's like, if I can handle that and deal with that, my music by myself is probably a lot more digestible to the average ear, you know, than a 8-piece band with horns and a bunch of stuff that rap fans aren't accustomed to, you know.
Do you have what black people would have referred to back in the day as
swag?
Good hair. You
That's
think you have the good
That's
hair?
not a question, actually. I don't really feed into that whole
Well,
thing. I
it's
think
bullish.
It's self-hatred.
It's
like
self-hatred. My point, but do you have, was that considered the desirable hair?
I definitely had it. I think at this point in time, I don't really flex it, you know what I'm saying? Because
you don't buy into it.
I keep it at a low length. But in the past, though, when I was in like high school, I had a fro, you know, but not a fro, though. It was like a
Jew
good hair fro.
You're like a Jew fro.
I didn't have a Jew fro. I had like
You have better hair than us, too.
I had a you dig, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely speaks to a nasty thing that, of course, the man put in
Negative.
people's
No,
heads.
it's negative. The whole good hair thing. I try to tell chicks, man, honestly, because my father's African. And so when I was in Africa, you know, the women keep their hair cut, like, short and natural. I think it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Black women.
You know what I'm saying? Black queens.
Black queens, Nefertiti.
Yo, like the beautiful Lupita Nyong'o. You seen her?
Is these Lupita?
Lupita from 12 Years a Slave. You ever seen her?
Yeah.
African beauty.
I wasn't into that movie like that, man.
Did you see it?
It didn't do it for me. Yeah, I saw it. It didn't do it for me.
You didn't like it? Why didn't you like it?
I just thought it was like an obvious tearjerker. You know?
I was talking more about her hotness, but I do want to hear about the movie too. You just thought it was too much going for that the heartstrings?
Man, I mean, it was definitely too predictable. And this is the part where everybody's supposed to start crying, and I look around, and everybody's like, you know, I couldn't do it myself because it was so obvious. But also, the plot of that movie was kind of just lacking things like people to show up. How Brad Pitt gonna show up in like the last 25 minutes? He's in there for 5 minutes.
And
he saves the whole day.
And then it ends
Brad
right then.
Pitt got 5 minutes in the movie.
Well, because it's his movie.
It doesn't make sense.
So here's the thing. The weird part is I agree. Once Brad Pitt shows up, it's like they rush it.
It's just like it's popping. It's like
and this is the one. And I did like
everything he went through to try and get out, and finally Brad Pitt just comes and saves.
He's like, "Oh, you want to leave? Let's just go."
Right.
Now here's the thing. I do think it was beautifully acted, and I thought there were things about it I really liked. I agree with you about the story.
The acting wasn't bad. I also felt like in that situation they didn't portray like the slaves as having any type of meaningful conversation in life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
between each other.
I'm like, I'm sure this wasn't like this. You know, I know these people were oppressed and probably spent a lot of time just being exhausted, but they had conversations though. You know what I'm saying? Like they had thoughts and lives.
Very interesting. And I also didn't like that the title of the movie, you know exactly what the movie is.
I mean, you know exactly what the movie is off top.
Nothing, and that's exactly what it is.
Anywhere you wouldn't expect.
That's right. So you're like, well, he's going to be a slave for 12 years, and presumably it'll end.
He got out after 11 years. That's crazy. They just flipped the script.
Damn, they can do a sequel, 13 years. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It's real late on Hot 97. My name's Peter Rosenberg.
It feels real early.
It does kind of feel like that. It's weird. Tuesday, the 18th of this month, February 18th, we'll be at SOBs with this man right here.
Bow. It's going to be crazy. Come through, man. Hot 97. Who's next?
Vic Mensa, Nitty Scott. It's going to be a fun night. How the chicks treating young Victor Mensa these days?
My girlfriend, she takes care of me.
Good. So they're treating you well.
Yeah.
They represented by one person.
Right. Yeah, she's like a sum of a lot of different people.
Has she reacted and done all right with you being all over the place?
You know, as all right as she could be. Women have trouble with people like me, but
what do you mean with people like you?
People always on the move and just, I mean, as an artist, you know, I think that one of the most important things.
I just want to call you out right now, just so you
selfish.
know. Hold on, for future reference. I want to hear the rest of that statement. You have today already said earlier the statement. I wanted to call you out for it then, but you were still talking. You said such as myself. That did happen. And now you just said as an artist. I want you to know that you've said such as myself and as an artist. There's a chance one day he's gonna. I won't even be able to have conversations with this guy. He's like, when you're dealing with an artist such as myself.
Hey, first of all, such as myself as an artist.
But you were saying you think it's good to be selfish to a degree.
It's necessary to be selfish. I mean, I don't feel that the king is a selfless man. You know, and I think that the aspiration for me at least is to be the best. And you don't get to be the best by being selfless. And, you know, I spent a lot of time when I wasn't focused as much on only myself. And I've gotten a lot further being focused on myself.
That's very interesting that you say that, because I always get made fun of here for being the same way. Everyone's always like, you're always talking about yourself.
That's why you Peter Rosenberg.
I was like, I'm trying to be a star. No, none of y'all are going to say I'm the star here. If I just showed up and been like, do you just do your best, you show up and do your job, no one would have said anything about me. But I've run my mouth so much over the last 6 years that I've got some sort of something. I mean, I'm not out here
on TV.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, you know, we do have a little something in the works. Just a couple shows in the works. However, I'm not on the road killing it. What's your summer plans? I'm guessing you're going to be out there again doing more shows. Definitely. I've seen you on many a festival date.
Oh yeah, man, we got a lot of festivals coming up. Festivals in Europe. I'm headed to Danny Brown's Europe tour. Headed to Danny Brown in Europe with Vic Mensa as an artist such as myself.
Third person. Here's a good question. A lot of people compare you to one of your PICs, your partners in crime, if you will.
I mean, Chris Brown.
You and Chris Breezy. No, you.
Me and Breezy, man. You know, I mean, it's hard to keep the separation between
you, Tyga, and Breezy. Just stay
like
out.
The way I be dancing, just be like.
No, but people compare you and Chance a lot.
They do.
And someone even came up to me recently and was like, "Why does Vic Mensa sound so much like Chance?" And I'm like, I'm not sure if Vic sounds any more like Chance than Chance sounds like Vic, because you guys have both been rapping for this long time and known each other for a long time, right? So explain that relationship a little bit for people who may not understand.
Yeah, I mean, me and Chance started spitting and recording together like freshman year of high school, so probably at least 5-6 years ago. And that was some of our earliest music. Like, I was on his first mixtape, you know, and we were working together when I made my first mixtape. But I was in the band, though, after that. So it's like I started off on my own path, and then the band kind of diverged, and then I did that for a while. And during that time is when things popped off for Chance, you know, and then the band had our own tensions, and things broke off. So it's like I understand where people make their comparisons, because people latch on to familiarity, which what I understand about fans and about people that listen to music. Your average person, not only do they not know me really, or know Chance, or know the story and the legacy behind anything, they also just follow what they know, you know what I'm saying, what's given to them. And so people make their own, whether they're uninformed decisions or judgments. They make those judgments off of what's easiest for them to understand, and that's cool.
So this is a common thing. People hit you about this a lot. You get the annoying tweets from people like, you'll stop biting Chance.
It's funny because people make up all types of stories. You can go down to YouTube comments and somebody would be like, oh, Vic sound like Chance. Somebody be like, nah, Chance sound like Vic, because Vic dropped his first mixtape in '06. And then they'll be like, well, actually, they're cousins. Somebody be like, no, they're not cousins, they brothers.
Oh my God.
So I mean, you know, whatever, let people talk.
And then if you scroll lower than that, it'll be like Peter Rosenberg has Jew horns.
What I tell people too is that Peter Rosenberg doesn't have Jew horns, but he does keep gold in his little pouch.
Exactly, that's what they'll say. That's why you can't reference YouTube comments, because it's stuff like that. Some guys give him critique, and then the next comment is like, Rosenberg has Jew horns, and I know he keeps gold under his fingernails. I mean, you just can't read any of that nonsense.
I don't feed into it, and at the end of the day, what I tell people anyway, or don't tell, but what I know is that, like, Chance, my brother, how many people can you put up next to us? Especially in a category of age, or, you know, similar subject, or, you know, there's just not a lot of people that you can really compare to us in many categories. There's not a lot of people that you can put next to me on a lyrical or songwriting and just an artistic standpoint. Artists such as myself,
that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Like when you an artist such as myself. Now, would you and Chance ever do a full out album together?
It's possible. Yeah.
Chance Mensa.
Vic, it would be called Go Tanks.
Go Tanks?
The Go Tanks mixtape, yeah. I'm Trunks.
So would that happen?
I always liked Trunks. Trunks was my favorite Dragon Ball Z character, man. Trunks used to take
You're naming characters that go beyond me. I think this may have happened last time.
That's your forte, right?
No, it's not. I'm too old for this. I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you saying?
Dragon Ball Z.
Did this come up last time we talked and people gave me a hard time last time?
I don't know.
I think last time we talked you brought something up and I was like, what's that? And people were like, you loser. I don't know. I'm old. Let's talk about GoBots.
I can't do that with you.
Why?
Because I don't know what they are.
Loser. GoBots? Nah, GoBots are kind of whack. GoBots are like the bootleg Transformers.
I'm not with that.
With that program. Well, here's the thing about artists such as yourself. But you guys are out together a lot. When you guys are on festivals and stuff, do you jump out on each other's sets? You plan on doing stuff like that?
I haven't been to any festivals with Chana recently.
But you're going to. I saw it. I saw it on the paper.
It'll be dope.
Which ones are you doing? Do you know?
Brother, man.
Do you know which ones? Do you know which festivals you're doing yet? Which one? What do you remember?
Firefly. That's gonna be dope on the East Coast.
Firefly's out here.
That's one of my favorites.
Is that the Delaware one?
That's the Delaware.
Yeah. Firefly's Delaware.
Guava Festival.
Oh, okay, people are just making these up. What about the one, something Point, in Georgia? There's one in Georgia. No.
It's just the Pimps, Players, Mac Daddies, East Point.
Exactly. I like that. You a big Outkast fan?
Yeah. One
of your faves?
Definitely. I just bought.
Ooh, you're gonna be on. Are you gonna? So you're on a festival with them?
I'm definitely on a festival with Outkast. I don't know exactly which one. It's gonna be crazy, dude.
It's gonna be amazing.
Do you believe in it though?
In what? Their reunion?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, not the album part, but like
that. Everything's great
at all.
No. They went to go get a chizak.
But
that's fine. But they don't hate each other. I never thought they hated each other. And as of this moment, I don't think they love each other. I think it's just like, you know, for a long time, Big Boy's probably sitting there going, yo, Dre will be really tight if you could help me get this guap and we could do a thing. But the thing is, for Dre, it's huge money for him too. It's not like this is they're getting in the range of $1 million a show. So this is no money to laugh at. It is not going to be what you get for the same festival.
Yes, it is, man. What you mean? Look, watch what I do next.
Watch me. Now, what you have to do, I will recommend these. I've been to these festivals. You have to make sure you handle your business. and then
Turn up.
and then just be able to go lay in the cut and enjoy. Don't be the artist who just shows up and dips. These festivals are so fun. You just got to go out in the crowd and go be a person.
That's what I used to do. We stayed at festivals. Kids these days was always marking festivals, and it's just fun to be around and just turning up.
Get drugs from a stranger. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
What?
I don't know what she's saying. I've seen that go badly.
No, no, that could
You don't
never go
wanna get
badly.
Drugs from a stranger.
How could that go
dog.
badly? A guy pulls drugs out of his sock and you do it. What's the problem? All right, guys. Tuesday night, SOBs. This very talented gentleman, one of the best kids doing it these
Who?
days. Wow, I just said that for real. That just happened in conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
That really
Now
just
you
happened.
Understand. You just had a revelation.
Kids these days. Anyways, formerly of Kids These Days. And Vic Mensa will be on the stage alongside Diddy Scott and others at SOB's Hot 97's Who's Next Live. Good to see you again, dude.
I see you, man.
Keep doing your thing. I'm happy
No
for
doubt.
you. You know what it is, man? Real late Hot
Keep
97.
killing on Love and Hip Hop, man.
Psh,
We
what?
love you on that, dog.